the government is still shut down thanks to the Democrats who do not want to pass a bill that Trump will sign. Now, they have disagreed as to what the reasons are.
By way of reminder, the House passed a clean, nonpartisan CR 3 weeks ago today to keep the government funded and, by extension, to pay our troops and TSA agents and Border Patrol agents and air traffic controllers and the rest of our federal workforce. We had that vote 3 weeks ago. And since then, Senate Democrats have voted repeatedly to keep the government closed. In the Senate, they have now voted 7 times to block paychecks for 2 million federal civilian workers and 1.3 million active duty military men and women. Now, I want to be very specific so that everybody in America can clearly cut through the obstruction and understand exactly who is to blame for this chaos. In fact, would you bring me that chart just real quick? I just want to point this out. Let's just make clear. This is the votes to pay troops and federal workers, okay? This is the number of times that the vote has been done. September 10th, the GOP in the House voted to pay the troops and pay all these federal workers. The Senate did it on September 19th, September 30th, again on October 1st, and 3rd, and 6th, and the 8th, and the 9th. Every single time the Republicans voted to pay the troops and federal workers, and every single time the Democrats voted not to. That is the record. They'll continue to put this bill on the floor. It'll be on the floor again next week in the Senate.
It's because they want health care for illegals to be part of that, and Democrats are saying, no, that's not. Regardless, with the government being shut down, payday for the troops is coming up on the 15th of October. Donald Trump, as president, has directed the Pentagon to use funds that are already allocated, already part of a budget that passed previously, to cover the pay for military, since Democrats in House and Senate, I think primarily the Senate, have stonewalled any kind of budget being passed. But I'm trying to hurry up and get home because it's going on late o'clock. Anyway, with that being said, got to take care of the troops, people who at a moment's notice could be putting their lives on the line for the freedom of all of us to go about our lives as unbothered as we are. I did notice, talked about Obama created a mess with that. We'll get into that later. We are not owed the right. That may be cold-hearted to say, but you should be able to have the motivation to go out and work, yada, yada. Anyway, enough for tonight's video.